DJI Air 4 coming soon? Got that coming up next. Bill, the drone reviewer here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night, I hosted Rotor Talk Live and was joined by Mr. Marcus Crawford and Mr. Ron Brown. We spent the better part of the evening discussing all the latest about the DJI Air 4. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Air 4. And the first thing I want to do is
the Air 3S, all the pictures that
the Air 3S.
We're going on the Air 3S that had the same camera as Marcus's and Bill's Mavic 3 Pro.
Okay. Now, it was denied by, and that's all that is. And I want to flip this article, and I'll flip it right away because I saw that picture and I wanted to say this last night and I forgot while you guys were talking about it on Drone Nation.
Zoom in there a little bit, Bill. It's hard to see.
I want to get
for the folks out there who hadn't seen it yet.
So somebody's alleging that there's an Air 3S coming. Is that it?
Oh yeah. It was a big thing this morning. The
I missed it.
And wait till you see the pictures of the Air 3S. If Bill can get it back up again. Well, that's just the fake drone there.
Yeah, that's the fake drone. But you know what? Take a look. What does that camera remind you of right there?
Original Mavic Pro.
The Mavic 2 Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that camera was reminding me of. We're gonna get back. We'll get back.
Don't take the second camera away from me on the Air 4. I'm not gonna buy it if you go back to just one camera, Bill.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's clearly a Mavic 3 Pro.
That's a Mavic 3 Pro and a Mavic 3.
But on the fake ones that came out this morning, they had that same the 3 cameras on the Air 3S.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Look, the picture up a couple minutes ago, Marcus, but it was so small you couldn't see it.
Now here's the one that the sketchy Air 3S. Let's go ahead and get this here.
Here we go. Here's the sketch. Yeah, the AI 3S.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, Marcus.
Just wow. Okay.
somebody's pretty good with Photoshop.
Either good with Photoshop or did an AI on that or something. And I don't know what else to say on this. I mean, yeah.
That's the one I'm going to get, Marcus, the 3 cameras on the Air series. Cool. I'm going to get the Air 3S instead of the 4.
Yeah.
And there's a release date coming in
9/25/24. Yeah. So
I
know what you guys are thinking, but I want to hear what you guys have to say on that.
Well, my understanding is we're going to see an Air 4, and the rumors are 1-inch sensor, etc. So that is not what that is. I think that's just somebody trying to get some clicks on their Twitter feed or something. But the thing is, you never know. You never know. I'm never going to say never because we
never say never.
Let me back up. When I first saw the first pictures, we were talking about the Mini 3 Pro. When we first started seeing those first pictures, I thought, "Oh man, that's fake." Yeah. I've been wrong before.
Yeah. What do you? What about you,
well,
Ron?
My impression, though, of course, that those pictures have already been debunked by Igor and some of the big leakers on Twitter already. Like Marcus said, somebody, tried to stir up some attention to their site or something like that. But, of course, we talked about a little bit last night. The news broke over the last couple of days. Igor released a hint that would be an Air 4 coming. And then Drone XL wrote a couple stories about it coming, some of it based off Igor's rumors. And as Marcus said, Johnny had specs last night. It was, I think, from Drone XL's article. 1-inch sensor, mechanical shutter. Boys, well, it was some real good stuff on there. Better 360 optical avoidance than we have now. Oh, adjustable aperture, Bill.
Yeah.
Variable aperture.
Or mechanical shutter, right? Yeah.
So, Bill, basically, it sounds like the Air 4's turned into what we used to think as a Mavic drone with some of those features. And plus, Sergeant Schultz was in the chat last night. You know who Sergeant Schultz is.
I know nothing.
He said that he just put up in the chat. He just typed $12.49.
Yeah, I saw that.
So if you get all that stuff for $12.49, as Marcus pointed out last night too, DJI has been on kind of a rolling out bargain prices lately. That was another bargain price if they come in at $12.49 for all that stuff.
They've been pretty aggressive with their pricing. Hey, Ron, we just got a message from our friend DeMarco Moore. He just sold his DJI FPV drone. Congratulations, DeMarco.
Oh, he's been trying to sell it. Oh yeah, congrats, DeMarco.
Yeah,
he's making room for the Avata 2.
Yeah, you never know. Either that or a new soccer trip with his kids.
Yeah, or maybe the Air 4.
The Air 4, that's a possibility.
So, Bill, what's your impressions of? We've been throwing this around for a while, saying that DJI may be going upscale with the Mavic series, where they're going to bump it up big time in price, and to fill that gap, they're going to give us a much more robust Air series drone than we had before. You think all that's coming into play here, Bill?
Yeah, and I think that's a great point, Ron. First of all, I think your Mavic 4 and Mavic 4 series, they're really going to be the new Inspire, okay, for consumers. All right, they're going to be they're going to be a notch above a hobbyist drone, okay, and it's going to be, and I like what Marcus says, when he talks about like the Inspire 3 and everything, half those things I don't know what they're for and what I would use them for, and I think I would fit in the same category, and probably you as well, Ron. These are for professionals. These are professionals who are going out there and doing professional videography, okay? And that's why they need that power. And I think that's what we're going to start seeing with the Mavic 4 series. It's going to go up in price, okay? But as it goes up in price, it's going to have an incredible feature set. So in order to bridge that gap, as Ron was just saying, okay, the Air series is going to jump up, okay?
Move up a little.
See that price jump up, but as you see, and one of the things I've always said, and that you get a lot of the people out there, oh no, it's another price increase and everything. I said, but you know what? Okay, look at what you're getting for that price increase here, okay? Because if, for example, half these things are true, that is just an incredible feature set, all right? Who wouldn't want that with a drone? And as a hobbyist, okay, the Air series will be a perfect drone for most people, okay, and will do what most people want to be able to do it. For example, Ron, you going up and down the beach, getting some incredible sunsets. Marcus going to the canyon or going out to the reservoir, and getting some incredible shots. That's that drone will do that, okay, and then some.
Listen, Bill, we've been getting incredible footage from the Air 2S, the Air 3, so there's no reason we won't continue with the Air 4. And plus, we talked about the price gap. Bill, the price gap between the Mavic 4 and the Air 4 will be, used to be, it was like a good amount of gap in there, but this time it's going to be the Snake River Canyon gap between the price points, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, it will be. Go ahead, Marcus.
So with that in mind, with exactly what you guys just described in mind, okay, a big price jump on whatever that new Mavic is. I'm trying to think to myself, I'm with you. I just don't think, because there's so many things about that drone that I wouldn't use or wouldn't need, and quite honestly, way above my skill level, I probably wouldn't buy it. But I was thinking about, okay, what would get me to buy it? Well, if it had a really good optical zoom, if it had not just the fantastic optical tracking that DJI has, the Focus Track suite, if it had the additional component of GPS tracking on top of that, so that it could follow you when it's occluded by a tree or something like that.
Almost those two working in harmony or whatever. So like if it would lose you because you went behind a tree, right, the GPS would take over. It may not necessarily center you as well, but when you come back out from behind a tree, it can recenter again with the optical.
And improving the obstacle avoidance, that would be something that would get.
You mean like seeing small trees and
seeing small branches and wires.
And wires.
Exactly right. that would I'd have a tough time not pulling out my wallet on that one. Let's just use an example. Let's say it was $3,000.
So about $1,000 bump over what we're paying now.
Yeah. I'd probably jump at that if it had those kind of features.
Of course, when you get yourself all situated with all the stuff you need, now you're close to $4,000,
right? Yeah.
So that's something to think about too. And what if it brings things like 8K and of course full frame camera sensor, so it makes your kind of editing more of a challenge. Your computer's got to handle that 8K because you probably could always down res to 4K, but I'm saying it may bring some stuff to you that kind of makes your workflow a little tougher along the way too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, 8K just isn't a thing yet. Maybe it will be someday, but it's just not yet. Right
now, most people are using like shooting 8K so that, and they're still outputting the 4K, but they can crop in and all that stuff.
Question of the day: what did you think of DJI Air 4 coming soon? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.